What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, a few days ago, I did a story about this young lady right here. Her name is De'Ara Summers. She's an 11-year-old Detroit native, and she's the little girl that had acid thrown on her. The news has been all around. A lot of you guys have heard it. Since then, of doing the story, an arrest has been made. Now, acid was thrown on her, I forgot to add that, by a little girl at a playground after a fight ensued. A little bit more information has come out about this story, and an arrest has been made of said little girl that threw this acid on De'Ara Summers. Now, what's missing out of the story is that her mother gave her the acid to throw on De'Ara Summers. The mother's not arrested, but the child is. Let's come back and talk about that.
There are calls for more charges in the disturbing case of one child allegedly throwing acid on another child at a playground. Detroit Public Schools Community District Police arrested the 12-year-old over this playground confrontation. The victim, just 11 years old. Local 4's Rob Maloney is live with that victim's family and where the investigation the family is hoping goes from here.
Right, Nick. First of all, we should say there is a GoFundMe for this family because the child spent 3 days in Children's Hospital running up some pretty heavy-duty bills, but there is also ongoing medical treatment here. So that GoFundMe page we should have linked on clickondetroit.com. But this is one of those situations that was really genuinely shocking. When you hear it, you go, how could this possibly happen? And it was a week ago Sunday. Children were out on a playground at Verner Elementary School, and a fight broke out between a couple of young children, and not the girl that was involved in this. She just happened to be there, and her mother said she even tried to break up the fight, but in the end ended up looking like this.
I was screaming and I was crying.
When we spoke with 11-year-old De'Ara Summers on Thursday, she said she couldn't understand why or how this happened. She just knows she spent 3 days in Children's Hospital to mend her wounds after another child threw acid on her back.
It was like real painful because like my legs was burning.
All of this coming after her cousin had a playground fight with the girl who told the girls bad things could happen if you mess with her. De'Ara wasn't even involved in the fight.
It's unbelievable that something like this can happen.
Billy Summers is De'Ara's grandfather, and while he worked to open his restaurant, Roscoe's Greens and Beans in Highland Park on Sunday morning, he had her on his mind.
It hurts my heart deeply. I mean, because don't no child, or no person for that aspect, deserve nothing like this. I mean, an 11-year-old child.
He says he's happy to see an arrest in the case. The arrested child now not allowed back on the playground, instead confined to her home wearing a tether. Yet Billy wants an adult arrested too because it's alleged the mother of that child provided the acid.
No, I can't imagine that. That's the same thing as saying giving them a gun, a knife. That's a weapon. I mean, what adult would do that?
All right, guys. That was the follow-up to the story I did, which I'll leave in one of my pop-ups at the end of the video in case anybody didn't see what I said about the original story. A few things I want to talk about in this video this time that I have a serious problem with. The first thing is this. It's like we got a pattern of hateful violence nowadays, and it's trickling down to younger generations to where it makes you say to yourself, what type of advice are parents really giving their children? Are parents even parenting anymore? You see it nonstop. People, I mean, these are preteen children. The little girl told her, bad things happen to me if y'all mess with me. It's like people are already talking from a standpoint at a young age that I'm going to do something to you that's vile. And she did. She threw a corrosive substance on another child, a female child at that, where vanity is an important aspect of what makes women desirable. And a lot of times, it messes with the self-confidence. I remember when I was in the 80s and 90s, there used to be girls that would run around with razors and cut pretty girls in the face just out of jealousy. This is no different, but this is much, much worse. Did you see the scars on that little girl? Her mother is better than me if I was her mother and sat there. Now they've made an arrest, right? Of the baby. Of the other girl. Now my thing is this, how you put it on the baby, the little girl, when the mom gave her the acid to throw on the chip and instructed her what to do it. It's like nobody, and then like you got people with the schools police, they got the regular police, everybody passing the buck of who should take charge. This right here is a heinous crime, regardless of if it's done by a child or not, that an adult has something to do with. So it don't matter what police force does something need to be done. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, and I want you to think about this. If you was the mom and they came to arrest your daughter after she did exactly what you instructed her, would you have let them take her? No, I'd have said, hey, wait a minute. That was me that did that. So if anything, the little girl being arrested and all this stuff, everybody knows what the story is. How'd the mom get out of it? Telling you, a lot of these parents out here put their kids up to do crazy stuff. They do it, and all of a sudden, the parent escaped scot-free while the child either go to jail or is killed in the street doing some wrong that they was instructed to do. Think about that. Poor advice from people that are supposed to love and protect you. But they'll put you right in harm's way. You've seen it before. People go out there and fight in front of their kids. They fight while holding their kids. They fight while carrying a kid in their stomach. A lot of these kids nowadays are born into drama and chaos. That's why they're so desensitized to it. I've seen hood fights where women have been standing around. It's a bunch of cattiness, screaming at the top of the lungs, people fighting, blood everywhere. They holding the baby with a pacifier in his mouth. The baby don't know what the hell going on. He's just looking. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. We are in a chaotic, depressive state as a people. Nothing can make this right. It can't. It can't. Like mother, like daughter. That poison go from one generation to the next. And a lot of us spoon feed it to our children. When you have a child, you want your child to be better than you. Make a better footprint and stamp on the planet that you couldn't do. And all the mistakes you learn from, you tell your children how to avoid them. With age comes wisdom. And it seems like we're not putting it on our kids whatsoever. This little girl is going to have permanent scarring, most likely. Not the mental anguish she's endured. And nothing can put that back to normal. I don't see how a parent can say, hey, throw this on her, that'll fix her. And little girl could have injured herself. She could have. I said that in my last video. It's like we have hate for one another. Unless she was beat down to where she couldn't walk and they had to hospitalize and take her out on the stretcher because 50 people jumped on her. It's no reason to go back and, man, I think honestly that the mother, thinking from an adult standpoint, this is what I would do. You know what I'm saying? And put herself in her child and use the child as a puppet to go and do that to somebody. That's just me though. But it's just poor parenting advice and just the toxic parenting that's out here right now and what we put on our kids. Man, when I was younger and I was like 11 and 12 years old, I was still concentrating on being a kid, having fun and all this other stuff. I didn't have to know about adult conversations and having adult problems and going through stuff adults do to other adults when they hate them, like torture. I don't understand this. Now that's a GoFundMe up for this little girl because they said something about she got reoccurring bills and all this stuff. But the thing that's crazy, she wasn't even involved in it. She just went back. Oh, can't get the girl that fought on me. Yo, dude, because you were standing there. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Man, it's a mess. See you in the next video.